The heat can actually penetrate into your home. We were just talking about that, but I found a really cool way, literally, to keep the heat out. I am standing inside of this beautifully designed kitchen. But do you notice anything different about it? Take a look at these windows. Do you notice something? There aren't any window treatments. Now, most of us would be putting up window treatments to block the sun, save on energy costs, but that is not the case here. There is a better way, I should say a better tint, because that is exactly what is on these windows. This is Eric Geisler, and you put the tint on these windows, Eric, until you told me they were tinted. I had absolutely no idea.
Thank you, Terry. Yeah, you know, we put a 3M Prestige window film on here. It's virtually clear, blocks out up to 60% of the heat, and blocks out 99.9% of the UV rays, damaging rays that would damage wood floors, as we'll talk about later, and some other things inside the home, the furniture and things.
Well, a lot of people, that's why we put up window treatments, for protection. Now, and these windows are facing west, which means you're even getting more of the sun exposure. So how much protection do we actually get from this window treatment, or window film, I should say?
These windows were actually added after the fact. They were put in west facing, which normally is something not normal, yeah. And then we put the film on there. So this particular product here blocks out 56% of the heat.
Wow.
As you can tell, it's barely even tinted.
Oh,
you can't even see.
I didn't even know. And you spoke of wood floors, and a lot of people have wood floors or carpeting, fabrics. The sun can really damage that if it's directly hitting anything.
Yeah, a lot of times when we go into a home, they have some patio sliders they want to do, or they've added some windows like this and want to get that heat addressed. We go in and we give an analysis of the home. We see the wood floors, talk about where we can protect against some fading, whether it's the back of a couch up against some windows, a dark back of a couch, or rugs. So we can pull up a corner of a rug, and sometimes those wood floors are faded around.
And that would just make me sick, you know, because it's, you know, wood floors are kind of expensive. So we want to protect them. Let's talk about the installation process. And obviously you work with designers and home builders and whatnot, but let's talk about it for our existing home. You came in, how do you put the film up?
So the process is relatively easy. We come into a home, the film goes on the inside of the windows, so we come in and we prep the windows and clean them ourselves and get them all ready for the film. Guys come in and out and done in the same day in most cases.
Wow.
Relatively simple process. The film going on the inside allows the film to last forever. It's a lifetime warranty product.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's even better to know. And you know, sometimes we're looking for something a little bit different, and I know that you also offer up a frosted film, is that right? Tell me with some of the different applications.
So 3M has over 60 different products and patterns for frosted films and designer films. So we worked with a lot of interior designers and architects with this and find the right 3M film for them. We can even do some custom cutting work, a lot of pantries where you put a piece of frost and we can cut out the word pantry in a nice font for them on that as well.
Wow, we are talking custom here. Well, I think what I really learned from you today is that, you know, if you're in a lot of people are in the process of remodeling and you think, well, I can't put a window there even though I have a great view of something because of the sun, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
That's true.
How much money can you help us save on our energy bills?
You know, you can save up to 30% on your energy bill.
Wow.
It's amazing, yeah.
It is a better way, but most importantly, it's a better tint. Thank you so much, Eric. We appreciate that. And here is a special offer for you. And a Better Tint has this offer for you, our Sonoran Living viewers. Is for the first 50 callers who call in will get free installation of any 3M Prestige window film. Here's that number to call, 480-834-FILM. That's 480-834-3456, or visit abettertint.com.